Motion to adjourn.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I'll read the minutes from the previous meeting. Those present were Fred Farley, Gary Price, John Pfeiffer, Pam Van Hook, and Toby Binge. Others present were Andy Emmert, Murray Dixon, Robin Cook, Aaron Culp, and Tom Schubert from Triad and Associates. The minutes from the April 28th meeting were read and approved. Andy gave his water, wastewater, and street report, also his building commissioner report. Murray Dixon was present and reported that he will be going out this coming weekend to do ordinance sweeps. Under old business, ordinance number 05-2015-01 was unanimously passed with Mr. Pfeiffer making the motion and Mr. Binge seconding. This ordinance increases the members of the Jackson Fire Territory Boards from 3 to 5. Once passed by all three entities in the territory, it will be immediately effective. Mr. Pfeiffer expressed concerns about it being recorded at the Hamilton County Recorder's Office. Mr. Culp assured him that it does not have to be recorded until the entire interlocal agreement is amended. Ordinance number 05-2015-04, -2015-05. This is an ordinance amending the Town of Atlanta's ordinance governing weeds and rank vegetation. It was rescinded and will be amended to reflect a maximum height of 6 inches, which is what was agreed to last September. Under new business, the council unanimously approved the sewer adjustments for the Atlanta Christian Church. Under other new business, curfew was brought up. Mrs. Van Hook asked if the Sheriff's Department could be asked to step up patrols around curfew times as summer approaches. The clerk will email Captain Quackenbush. With no further business to discuss, the claims were signed and the meeting adjourned. Do we have any additions or corrections?
I have nothing.
Is there a motion?
A motion to accept it?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Then we have also the Atlanta New Earth Festival committee meeting was held at 6 p.m. on May the 12th. We'll announce the winners from the art contest. They were Micah Kunzer, Kennedy Beaver, Austin
Sourtag.
Thank you, Robin. Sourtag, Madeline Teal, Anna Falkenberry, Grace Powell, Mikkel Pfeiffer, Jasmine Smith, Lily Adams, Amber Lane, Vivian Hirschfield, and Cameron Deutsch. Any additions or corrections to those minutes? Is there a motion that those were approved?
A motion to approve those?
Second motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, we'll move on to our reports.
All right, under water, the plant's treated 692,360 gallons of water. Since May 12th, our average daily usage is 49,454. Filters were backworked on the 13th and the 26th. The water meters have been read for the month of May. The wastewater has been performing daily checks at the lift station, the ponds, and the SSO during rain events. Sewer plant's closed and we're not discharging. Our weekly samples are complete. The April wastewater report is complete and has been submitted to IDEM. I will be having D.L. Anderson return to make some final adjustments to the influent meter at the lift station. Fluid waste has cleaned and televised all the lines for the sewer project, and there's some areas that we're going to need to review and make some changes. They have some recommendations on that. They feel we can use some of our footage, do some point repairs versus, lining an entire section and use that footage elsewhere. Stretch the project a little bit. And then under streets, I'm working with Arcadia on a plan for us to work together to do the rest of our street repairs. And then Triad is compiling a list of requirements for Endeavor. We seem to have had some miscommunication on the location of our utilities. They didn't catch the part where we told them we gotta move their utilities. So Tom I tried to get hold of him today, I did not, should speak with him, but he was sending them a list of the issues and things that they need to correct to move forward. And I've notified them of the $250,000 bond that they're gonna be required to have, which will cover both work and all the street repairs. We'll both be in that together. Just under miscellaneous, some ball diamond mowers have been serviced and repaired, and I filled the front tires and they're okay. That saved us about $300 for now. And then we've been mowing and cleaning up the weeds and stuff down at the ball diamond.
Good, nice.
Then under building, we had 2 zoning inquiries. One building permit was issued, 1 inspection. We had 1 permit inquiry. The May census report has been completed. And then ISO has accepted our current ordinance regarding the updates to our building codes. The towns, I didn't think they were going to accept it at first, but the town's updates are automatic when the state makes a change. But that we do also, and they're going to accept that. I mean, that was in our ordinance before. I don't know, for whatever reason, it didn't seem like they wanted to accept it. I know after Aaron and people at his office had some contact back and forth with them, they're accepting that. So our new ISO building code rating is improved by 1 point in both residential and commercial, bringing us to a 5 and a 6 respectively. So it's,
What's the idea?
huh?
Where would you like to be on the grade point? 5 and 6?
1 and 1,
Okay,
which is pretty much unobtainable for us.
so we're on a,
We're better than a lot of communities at a 5 and a 6.
I just didn't know what the average.
Yeah, I mean, 10's the worst and 1's the best. So,
Okay, so we're about in the middle yet.
yeah, we're in the middle. And our commercial, it got bumped just because of some state changes. But basically, they come in and score us on everything we do, our record keeping, our number of inspections. I don't know, he was here for a couple hours, go through everything, and they have a list that they compile the score with, which it directly affects your homeowner's insurance. I mean, I know there was a time we were a 9 here, so, you know, so we've gone down quite a bit. And the final rating, which I know the fire department gets involved, this is just for the building department. They'll compile a final rating for the whole town, which they take all the aspects, everything. And then one thing for you, Pam had sent me an email about it, was plan commission meetings. So we need to think about, I mean, our minimum requirement, so you guys know, in our ordinance is quarterly.
We missed the last one, didn't we? Communication. I forgot for one, so. Do we
Yeah, that's
want,
mine.
do we want to establish a
The same.
meeting, date and time for planning commission? The second meeting of the month at 6 p.m. for June. Do I hear a motion that we do that? I don't have my calendar in front of me here.
Second meeting in
June 23rd.
Yeah. We'll plan on meeting at 6 p.m. So we can meet that.
Fred,
Yes.
who's on the planning commission?
Well, the 5 of
I
us,
know.
the 5 of us here, and then and I can't answer that.
I know who he used to be.
June 20.
Okay?
I mean, the people that used to be were, Carolyn Hicks, was Neil Attil, Alan Farley, and Clint Jones.
Carolyn was on BCA.
She was on both.
Are you sure?
Yeah. She was on both. There was 2 crossover members. And then there was an open Democrat seat here in town, and there was an open seat outside of city limits. Which if you don't have someone from a political affiliation, the seat remains empty until you do. Yeah.
See, that's the 23rd. We'll plan on meeting June the 23rd at 6 p.m. So that's planning commission meeting.
That's all I have unless you have any questions.
I just have one thing. I want to go on record tonight and thank Andy for the amount of time that he spent in regards to this project with Endeavor. I know numerous phone calls. I know you and I have talked several times in regards to this, and I just want to go on record and say thank you
Thanks.
for taking care of that for us.
I'll be glad when they have it
Yes,
straightened out.
we get it resolved. Basically, what's happening, there's some issues with their installation here in town, and we're currently have a stop work order with Endeavor right now until these issues are resolved. But again, thank you, Andy, for dealing with that on a day-to-day operations of that. So, anything else for Andy this evening? All right, Murray, move on to you.
I don't have much. I did some research into some different issues, did a drive around and noted some things. And I did deal with one property. This sidewalk over here is no more motorcycle or gas cans or other stuff out on a grill. But other than that, I've got to go to court next week. Was subpoenaed for one of the ones I turned in earlier this year. And beyond that, I really don't have much going on. You want to talk with Keith in new business, or do you want to look at that right now?
We can do that in the new business.
Okay.
Robin?
I just have, 2 things. I was paying bills today, and I was getting mad. Andy's gonna work with me on the utility supply bill so we can bill CSU for everything that they broke before the stop work order was put on them. But we need to do something, and what can we do? Melissa, maybe you can tell us about the restaurant and the grease. That is ridiculous that we pay, and he said it's already building up again at the lift station. So we have to do something. It's not fair to everybody who pays the utility bill to have to pick up those repairs.
So the restaurant is producing,
Grease.
Well, it's fats and oils, grease. I mean, if you use the term grease,
She gets mad.
she says we don't use grease,
okay.
but it's fats and
Yeah.
oils.
I'll talk to Aaron, we'll look into it and see what the options are, you're looking how to better spread the cost or put the cost on her.
Stop. We've already
Okay.
paid what?
And it's, we
100?
got ordinance
She was told
prohibiting
last
it
year.
getting dumped into in there, so it's an ordinance violation.
All right.
It is.
And I think we should bill her.
There's a 500 milliliter bottle today. Of course, this is after it hit the refrigerator and all coagulated. But that's a sample bottle, Brent. That's the top of the bottle after it got refrigerated and all of it coagulated. I mean, it was suspended when I pulled it out, but it was heavy. And
Has she cleaned her trap since you notified her of the?
I mean, I've talked to her a couple times, and it's like, I don't have grease. It's like,
Well, how does she know? She didn't look at the trap.
well, I don't know about that. She
I
said she
just
has
wondered
cooked
if
grease.
she said-
She said she's cleaned it, but what I'm saying is, if she is, it's so small, if it's the same one that was there, it would have to be cleaned daily,
I see.
if that is the case, because the one that was there, and I don't know if it is still the same one that was there, but it's, you know, it's small. It's about the size of the one I got at the water plant. You know, we've got one out there that's a small one under the sink, you know, grab a chemical or something, but it's already making a ring around the inside of the lift station. You know, we just spent $1,800 between cleaning the sewer line and the lift station.
Okay.
I think 5101 is where you want to go. There's
Okay.
quite a bit there about that.
So we'll look at the ordinance and see what the notice requirements are and then what, action we can take.
Thank you.
Anything else, Rob? Okay, under old business, I assume we need to sign this ordinance, Robin, is that?
Yeah, it's the exact as what we did a couple weeks ago, only it's 6 inches.
We amended this ordinance number 05-2015-02, the weed ordinance that we talked about, the last meeting.
We better take a vote official.
Pardon me?
We better make an official vote.
Okay. Do I have a motion that we amend this?
I'll make a motion, we amend this weed ordinance from 8 inches to 6 inches.
Do I hear a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
While you're signing it, I'll just real quick talk about the next thing that's on, just to get it out of the way. It's the letter that I always have to send every 2 years, for us to opt out of the community development block grant program. Because if we are in it, then we're not eligible for the bigger grants that we're going after for like the next water project. And we usually do this every 2 years, so if everybody's okay with that, I will just send it in again.
CDBG. Do I hear a motion that we?
Make a motion that we have Robin go ahead and send a letter to him opting out of it.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Thank you. Here's your copy, Fred.
All right, any new business this evening? Keith, did you have something you wanted to discuss?
Yeah, rabbits. I have 4 rabbits at the house. They were actually bought through 4-H, but after you bought them to Child Associate, it would be 4-H. But I do keep them very clean out there. And every time they go inside, sometimes you can buy that inside the house. And I didn't know, and I talked to Murray about it before, he said he checked into it, and I talked to Andy, and there is an ordinance against the rabbits in town. But
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Huh?
There's an
Yeah,
ordinance.
there
Yeah, that's what.
Oh, they said there isn't one,
No,
yeah.
he said there was an ordinance about it. And if I need to get rid of them, I guess I'll get rid of them, but if I can keep them, I like to keep them, but I do keep them very clean out there. If they would like anybody to go by check them. You won't see no droppings on the ground or nothing like that, they're all over, just folded properly. They smell better than the pig in front of my house.
I'm working on that.
You get good with that on a hot day, it's just like clothes. Can't open my back bedroom windows because it smells like pig.
Well, currently, Keith, our ordinance does not permit rabbits.
Right.
So, I don't know, I'll look to legal counsel to direct us on, I mean,
It would be up to the council if they wanted to amend that ordinance or keep it as is.
I'll even pay for a special permit if I have to, just keep them. They're cleaner than them chickens now. A lot cleaner than them chickens.
I'll give you that.
And they don't make noise, they don't bark. And they don't They just lay there. I don't know wait points out of them either.
You know, I think as far as amending the ordinance, and I don't have any problems with rabbits. But I think the problem that I see down the future is if you are given permission to raise rabbits, you know, next month, somebody else comes up in the same situation, and how are we gonna,
Yeah, I understand that.
and,
I understand that.
I think the ordinances, when you make those ordinances, it's for the betterment of the complete town. It's no intention on the ordinance part to single anybody out or anything like that. It's just, it's something that could get out of hand down the future. And I don't
I mean,
really
I'm
want
not
to get involved in
breeding or
it.
nothing like that. They're just,
Yeah.
they're all male rabbits.
Yeah.
And actually, they look, a lot of pet rabbits. That's what they're considered as pets. You can't even say that at the stores where you buy.
From my point of view is, if you get permission to raise rabbits, and the lady over by you, she still has her pigs, from what I understand.
Yes.
Okay, and she loves her pigs just as much as you love your rabbits, whatever. And we got people in town with chickens. I mean, you have to, from my point of view, you have to put a limitation on some of that somewhere,
Right.
And otherwise, it's going to be the farm of land instead of the city of land.
All right.
That's my view. I'm just vocalizing my opinion. I'm not the
And I
board.
understand that. Don't get me wrong. Like I told Maria, if they say to me, I'll get rid of them. It's not a problem. It's the kids that's gonna cry, not me. I can care less.
Rabbits do seem out of place on this list to me, with everything else that's listed there. But I think you do raise a good point, which is somebody else is going to come in within their goose or their goat and say, "Well, that's my pet,"
Right. Well.
and it's a tough thing. I want you to
I'll
have
put it
your
back in the
rabbits,
house.
but
That's not an issue with that, but geez whiz, that's like keeping a pig in your house or something. That's just a fact.
They're litter box trainable.
Yes, they are, and they are now.
Yes.
I mean, they don't, like I said, nothing hits the ground, all goes to trash.
Well, isn't there so many feet you can have them if they're away from a dwelling?
200.
I could put them in there.
Yeah, if you have an acre of ground, there's just.
Oh, that's
specific
right. That's
charter
the other thing
Per
in
acre
the,
and
in
250 feet
the
away.
zoning. Yeah.
Nobody's got any property big enough in town to have those except Red maybe.
Andy's probably got in his backyard.
I mean, if I have to get rid of them, that's not a problem. I mean, I can take them probably out from the farm or something out there and keep them out there.
I think that's probably your best bet at this point.
Okay, I wanna do this, but that pig better disappear within a couple of weeks.
Well, that pig was
It's
supposed to disappear
I know.
way back
I
when,
understand
so.
I'll be coming by and get.
Signature.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
See, that's my point right there, Keith, and this is no reflection on you.
Oh, I know.
But you said, okay, I'll be willing to do that, but that pig better disappear. And in respect to that, if you get permission to keep the rabbits, 2-3 weeks down the road, somebody else wants to put a goat in, and you say, no, you can't put a goat in, and they say, well, okay, that rabbit better go.
Right.
You see the problem you're getting into here?
Sarcastic.
And so I think the town board has to, we have to put a foot down somewhere as to how far you want to carry this.
Right.
And, so it's no reflection on any single person.
I know.
It's
And
just,
like I
you
told-
know,
like I told
okay,
both
I
of
just
them,
want you
when I
to
talked to them
go
about
on
it,
record
I asked
for
y'all,
that, you know.
no problem, I'll move. No big deal. You just gotta give me a couple of days, 'cause my van's not running.
Just don't feed
We're
them them
lenient on
turtles.
No, I would do that.
We'll get it, take care of Carol's.
He got some big, big snap turtles in the back of his truck.
Got some.
They're the rabbit pen now. Without rabbits. Without rabbits.
Anything else you wanna tell on yourself about?
I can't bring your turtles.
Turtles are going to the pond. And I'm getting rid of possums.
Are you?
Since a week
Yay.
ago Saturday, I caught a mother, and as of today, 9 babies.
Really?
Yes. I'm getting tired of making trips to the country.
Probably the same one keeps coming back.
Give me a couple of weeks, I'll have those rabbits in tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Not a problem, man. That's why it's on our back.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem at all. But then Murray, if you still want me to do that paper, just send me by. I'll get
Yeah,
you taken care of.
I'll try and make it by this weekend.
All right. Well, see you guys later.
Okay, Keith.
Bye, Keith.
Any other new business tonight? Nothing. I hear a motion that we sign the claims.
I make a motion to sign claims during the meeting.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yay.
I have a question, but I